Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today I thought I would show you my vegan makeup and like my makeup routine, as well, why not, you know? So in case you didn't know, I'm vegan. And with veganism, a lot of people think it's just about food, but it's actually about a lot of other things, and makeup is one of them. I'm really against animal testing. I think it's absolutely cruel and unnecessary, especially when it comes to cosmetics. So I thought I'd just show you guys some cheap vegan makeup I have today, and I will show you the routine. So yeah, let's get on with the video. So Faye, what's the best colour to wear when trying on makeup? White. So I basically just had to get dressed for work, so I didn't have much choice here, and it's better to get dressed before you put on makeup, because when you put stuff over your head you just gotta wipe all your makeup off. So the makeup I am using is from Superdrug today, but at first I will show you my makeup brushes. They are a gift from a friend that I got for my birthday. I think they are from Body Cares, but they're basically, or Body Care. But they are eco-friendly, they're vegan and cruelty-free. I think they're made of bamboo. I will show you them here. And as you can see with some of them, I do not wash them very often at all. The only time I ever remember to wash them is when I come to put on my makeup and see them, and then by that time I'm like, I can't wash them because I need to use them. So those are my makeup brushes. As you can see, they're called Eco Tools, and they're pretty cool. They're nice and soft, and they've lasted a good while now, so pretty impressed with them. And with the makeup from Superdrug, Superdrug in the UK is a typical drugstore. Like, their whole home range is vegan, and they have a few vegan brands there as well. So the vegan brands I'm using today are a company called Elf and Superdrug's own, I think it's called like a B brand. Now I've gone through a range of makeup phases, and now mine is pretty minimalistic and pretty kind of, I try and keep it natural as possible. So I don't really have a lot. I have a foundation, which I always use like a liquid foundation that will turn to a matte or something because my face is so dry. I then use a finishing kind of setting powder. I have a brow pencil thing. I have a mascara, and I have like a bronzer. It's like a contour kit. So the first thing I do is just test my face and make sure that it's either not too greasy from my moisturiser, or it's not too dry from my natural skin. And this is literally going to be the hardest makeup routine ever because I don't have a mirror. So I use the Flawless Matte Foundation from Superdrug's B brand. I use it in C2. I found the pump very difficult to use. I don't know whether I've just had a dodgy one, but it's took me ages to actually try and get the foundation to come out of this thing, and then the next time I used it I couldn't do it again, but I've managed to figure out now. But it's just like a pump action, and I literally just pump it onto my hand and spread it on with my fingers or my like brush, foundation brush. I don't have like a dabber thing, a sponge or anything like that. So I'm going to put this on for you now. It's very different. I'm a really awkward shade. I'm like the lightest shade, but in a more like a yellowy tone rather than a pinky tone. Whereas this is pretty bang on. It's probably a little bit paler than what I am now, but I have got a tiny bit of a tan, if I say so myself. And I just slap it on. And it's pretty good coverage. Like, I don't need severe coverage. My skin is never really that bad. The only time my skin really gets spots is if I purposely pick my face and nothing is there, and I cause a lot of trauma to my face. Or when I'm on my monthly time is when I tend to get a lot of spots, and kind of just come to the end of that period, so I've still got a few leftover spots here and there, but most of the time I don't really have spots. It's just my dry skin is my only tackle, and I get like red face. I don't know whether I've got like my dad's like rosacea. I think because my skin's so dry and it cracks a little bit, it gets a bit sore on the cheeks. but that's all I really have to cover. And if I'm going to a super fancy event, I will take it an extra step further. When I'm in the shower or wherever, I will actually shave my face. I don't know why, I saw it once and I just tried it out and my face felt so smooth afterwards, and your foundation goes on flawless, but I don't like the idea of constantly shaving my face because it's not actually that bad. I don't really have a hairy face, I just did it for the sake of it. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, it's very much a lighter shade than my skin tone right now, but it's not like a super lighter because it's just, I've just got a tiny bit of a sun-kissed look at the moment naturally, which is a shame. I have to cover it with foundation when I choose to wear makeup. But the only places I really need to cover with makeup are my cheeks, maybe my chin and my nose a little bit. My forehead is normally alright, and my forehead's normally the one that has a nice skin and it's tanned and it's got a few little like sun freckles, and then I have to cover it with the same shade as what my foundation is, so it's kind of a little bit sad. I do have naturally dark, like I don't know if you can see this like severe line by my eyes, and it goes a bit dark here, like I've had that ever since I was a child. And that's probably the only other thing that I would say people would want to cover it with makeup, but it's not actually that bad. So that's it for the foundation, and then I let it set for like a little bit, and then I just top up anything that might be a little bit more redder than what I'd like. I'll go over a couple of spots, just cover them up. I don't like the cakey makeup look. I used to wear quite heavy makeup at one point, and I used to thought I looked really nice, and then I think now I've gone more natural and I see a lot of girls with heavy makeup on. I think it's gonna sound harsh, but I actually think they look a bit silly. They just don't look human at all. They don't even look like a normal person. It's really weird. Like, they look pretty, like they have like really nice eyes and all this stuff, but they just look completely fake. They don't look real. They look like dolls or something, and it's like I just prefer a more natural look. That's just personal preference. If you like to wear heavy makeup, then that's totally up to you. So next up, after I've done the foundation, I used to always do this last, but now ever since watching a few makeup videos, I do it next. I'll use my e.l.f. finishing powder. This hasn't lasted very long, but it comes basically in like a little circle thing, and it does come with one of these spongy things, but I've never used them in my life. Well, I did once and I didn't like them, so that just stays tucked under there. It doesn't come with a mirror or anything. And I just use my big fat brush and just dab it in there, swish it around a bit, and then I dab it on my face now. I used to like pour on my face, but now I dab it, and it just takes off the extra shine and it just sets it a little bit better. I used to use a lot of this as well when I did heavy makeup, and now I barely use any. Like a couple of dabs and a couple of dabs here. It's all good. I go down my neck a little bit because that's always where you can tell where your skin's a completely different colour to your makeup. So for my brows, I have the Superdrug Own Brown Styler. I've got it in blonde, which sounds bizarre to some people because my hair's really dark. I was actually born blonde, and my hair is actually like a really dark blonde. And I always used to use brown brow stuff because my hair's quite dark, but it always looked too dark compared to my hair. And so this time I was like, do you know what, I'm just gonna use this blonde one. It's like a dark blonde one, and it's actually the perfect colour for my brows. So it comes in like you turn it and then that comes up, which I think is pretty groovy. And then the other end is a brush. And I actually really love this. It's actually a really good product. So I'm gonna get my mirror for this one because it's a bit too, like if your brows look terrible, then that's all people are gonna see. Now I don't have horrible brows. I do have like thinning. I don't know if you can see here. I don't know if I might have cut myself when I was younger or something. And I get a lot of stray hairs down here, so I pluck them, but I don't overly shape my brows. I might do a little bit up here because I get a few stray hairs up here, but generally my brows are alright. Just making sure you can see. And I just kind of use this just to fill in the gaps. I don't do heavy brows anymore. I kind of just give a bit more of a fuller look to my brows because they can come across really light in the sun as well. And in photos sometimes you can't see them. So I just kind of just fill it in a little bit, as you can see here and here. Two different ones, and then I will get my brush. If I just close the lid on that a little bit. I just get my brush and just brush it through, and this just spreads out the colour a bit and makes it more of a natural look. That's it, that's all I do for my brows. I'll just do the other one. This is one thing I hate about wearing makeup is I get stuff that tickles my face and then you can't scratch your skin because you're wearing makeup and you'll scratch all your makeup off. So that's it, that's all I do for my brows, and every time I do them I'm always like, whoa, it looks too much, because I'm not used to having like quite emphasis on my brows. So I always think, God, are they too much? Are they too big? Are they too dark? But over the time of the day, I get used to them and it's fine. So next up, I use my contour kit. It's from e.l.f. This is the contour palette. And it has a little mirror look. What? And it has a bronzer, a darker colour, a highlighter, and like your foundation colour. I used to use this as my brow colour and it was just too dark. So first of all, I do my bronzing bit. So I use like the more narrow, flatter brush, and I literally just slightly dab it on. I don't do anything heavy with this at all because I'm actually scared of looking a bit too, whoa, in your face. And I just do that and then do it along my cheekbone. You can always add more, but it's hard to take it away. See, I look at that, I'm like, whoa, too much, too much. And then I do the outside here, and I do a little bit on my temple here, and then I do a tiny little bit under like my jawline. And then if I feel extra fancy, I'll actually squeeze my brush a little bit, and then I'll do like the side of my nose. But I don't really think I need to because my nose is pretty petite. Like, it's one of my features that I actually really like is my nose. I think I've got a really nice nose. And then if I feel like I've gone a bit extra on my cheeks, I'll just go back to my finishing pale foundation brush and I'll just try and spread it out just a little bit so it's not too in your face. And then I move on to my eyes, which I don't do a lot with now. I have, I can't remember what they're called, but they like my skin overlaps my eyelid. If I relax, don't know if you can see. So basically I don't have, I mean this eye isn't so bad, but this eye especially. So I can't really wear eyeshadow because when I do and my eyes relax, it prints then up here. Same with heavy winged eyeliner, which I used to do. So basically I just put, if I do want to wear eyeliner, I put it very on, like literally really thin on my eyelashes, and I might darken the corners a bit, which I'll do today for you, and then I just wear mascara. So I just basically use this, which I actually think is for your eyebrows, but I like how thin it is and how accurate it is, and I just go with the darker colour here, and I will literally just go on the edge of my eyelashes and I'll just dab it on. And just smudge it a little bit to give it a bit of a smoky look. So yeah, just do that. And then I will get my, where's my fluffy brush? So this is like a fluffy brown brush. I do switch it up a little bit, like depending on what brush is close by. And I'll just get my highlighter and I'll just put it in the, like at the corner of my eye here, just to brighten it up a bit, because I do get a bit of a darker eye here. And then while I'm there, I just get some more highlighter and just do under my brow to highlight that brow bone. Just a slight shimmer, nothing too heavy. I might do a little bit on my nose, whoa, and a little on my lip here, whoa, and then just smooth it out because I'm like, whoa, it's too much, people are gonna know this. And yeah, if I feel really eccentric, I might put a bit of brown here and then smudge it into my eyelid a bit more, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to work. So for my eyelashes, I use this waterproof, blah 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 blah, and it is a waterproof length and volume mascara. I actually thought this was Superdrug's own brand, but it's by e.l.f., so I apologise for the start of the video that I got that wrong. Ideally I wanted a brown mascara, but for some reason they just didn't exist that day. And it's alright, it's an alright mascara actually. I've never had a waterproof mascara before until this one, and yeah, it's pretty alright. And then I literally just do a couple of layers of this, and I am one of these people that makes a mess when they do this. It gets all over my eyelid, so I'll try to do my best not to today. And I just go from the roots up. Already got it on my skin. I don't like my mascara too clumpy, so I try and limit myself to if it looks nice first layer, and then I would just put on a looser second layer. And I just do literally, I barely even put any on my lower lashes. I just kind of do it a tiny bit, like literally barely even touch the lashes with the mascara one, but I just do it just to stand them out a bit more. So I'll do my second eye now, and then I'll do my second layer on both lashes. Plumper. I don't know if you can hear the fly buzzing around my bedroom. And then I just go over them with the second layer. I don't really need to, but I just do out of habit really more than anything. And then last but not least, I don't really put anything on my lips unless I've got something nice that's not going to go off. I really find lip makeup a real hassle of life because you've just got to constantly apply it. Like, you can't touch anything with your lips, you can't drink, you can't eat, you can barely speak, it gets on your teeth. Unless it's like, I literally had one lip liner ages ago that I got. I don't think it's vegan, but so I don't have it anymore. But it literally never came off with anything. I'd have to get it off with like coconut oil, and it was like perfect because it never came off. But then it really dried out my lips, so it's just like, I don't bother. I think my lips have got enough colour as they are now, so I don't really bother putting anything on my lips. But I do, if I get a cotton bud, stick it in my mouth, get a bit of saliva on there. I will actually go over my lips with it and get off any extra foundation that might have gone onto my lips. And then I would actually tidy up, like, I don't know if you can see, I've got mascara here, so I'm just gonna get that off there, and a bit here. And that is my makeup routine. Yada! So that's all I do. It's really simple, and then I obviously do my hair afterwards to make myself look more presentable. But I'm literally just gonna tie it up because it's just work. I'll just put it in a neater bun. So guys, that's it for my natural makeup routine. That's all vegan and cruelty free. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If so, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you know of any vegan brands out there that are literally toxin and chemical free that give out samples, please don't forget to leave them down below, or just tell me what vegan brands you use and I'll check them out because I'd love to see all these different ones. If you're new here and you want to subscribe, I do vegan beauty videos, I do hair videos, I do vegan food videos, I do videos on my dogs. If any of that might interest you, please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're notified when I next upload, and I shall see you guys next time. I hope you have enjoyed your time here, and I shall see you soon. Okay guys, have a great day. Bye.